Now, I mean, as a kid, were you getting into a lot of trouble?
Yeah, I told you, I looked up those radio niggas and they're still around.
You know, when you first moved to Pomona.
Gas is inbound.
You know what? I gotta say, yeah, I got into some trouble.
Okay. Well, I guess you were affiliated with the...
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go back.
I guess you were affiliated with the 357 Crip?
357 Insane Crip.
That was in Pomona?
Yeah.
Okay. How old were you when you first got involved in that? Okay.
He was 12 years old, Crippin.
I mean, you go from Compton, which is like gang central.
Yeah.
Then you moved to Pomona.
Uh-huh.
You actually started banging in Pomona. What made you join at that point?
You know, I kind of slipped into it. The first people I met was...
I just dolphin dived off a cliff.
Bubba Brown. And then there was Dillinger and Lil Termite. And
yeah, he starts pausing and shit when he talks about pimping. Cause the game just like flows through him like crazy, like it's just some crazy shit.
And you know, I just thought I had some cool friends, some cool new friends. And I liked them, you know, and they liked me. And that's how that.
Okay. And what was happening during that early days?
Well, you know, we basically, you know, had a lot of fun. And I just felt like I was with, you know,
I just fucking destroyed a guy with a pump shotgun. I feel bad. He disappeared.
And I guess you had a bunch of, you know,
where'd Angelo go?
And some felonies around that time? Or that came later?
It started around...
You just missed that. Basically, at 12 years old, at 8 or some shit, moved to Pomona. Or 6 years old, he moves to Pomona or some shit like that. And then, yeah, there's a divorce. He moves to Pomona. There's orange trees. Everyone has their garages open. Everyone's nice to each other in Pomona during this time. And then what else happened? You already know his sister got hit by a car and him. That's why they moved to Pomona. And then, what was another detail? Oh, yeah, he joins the 357 Insane Crips. Yeah, at 12 years old.
Around the 4th grade.
So yeah, right here, around the 4th grade, he gets locked up.
It started around the 4th grade.
You know, 4th grade, pretty early.
How do you get locked up in the 4th grade?
In 4th grade, you're talking about
Real nigga.
14 years old. Yeah. Wait, no, hold on. 4th grade,
12.
Yeah, 11, 12.
You gotta be just a crazy nigga, bro.
Okay. And what were you getting arrested for during that time?
Not just no petty stuff.
Little petty shit.
The kids.
Were you going to youth authority?
Yeah, I've been a while.
No, he went to youth authority.
I mean, when you first hit that, did it shake you up at all, or were you like, no big deal?
Hell yeah, I was shook up. Why? That's gladiator school, that's
right.
You're gonna fight over the smallest shit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and, you know, youth authority just basically.
So if you're ever born again, do not become a child criminal, or else you go to YA and fight niggas.
Getting you ready for prison.
Gladiator school.
That's junior prison.
Yeah.
You heard
I've heard
kids.
horror stories, how the guards would make the kids fight, make bets on it, and, you know, like that type of thing. All that. So you're getting locked up here and there, you're coming out. At what point did the pimping actually start happening?
This is where it gets serious.
It was always there.
Boom.
Okay. It was always there. But it took up until I lost my son, I really knew.
So like he always had the pimping in him, but like it was like this great like heartbreak moment that it all happened.
That this is what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew before, but that kind of made it official.
I mean, how old
Took a
were
shot
you
to that.
first, you know, when you look back at
17.
17, that's when you first
I went to YA.
That's what he said. I would pimp prostitutes 17 years old.
And with the taste of it, I got out and started running it.
Okay. And you turned out your first girl at 17?
Somewhere around there.
Okay.
This is where Vlad gets federal. This is where Vlad gets federal, and then Sugar Free starts giving him the sugar-free eyes.
Okay.
Listen.
Can you describe that process at all?
He's looking at him, smiling.
Hey man, I think pimping is one of those things that, as an outsider, you look at it, you know. And I've read a lot.
See, DJ Vlad has read the pimp books. That's why he's so good at his pimping.
I remember when Pimps Up, Hoes Down
Yo,
first
this
came out.
ATV passed me, and I ducked in the middle of the street, and he didn't see me because I fucking crouched in the street. Like, literally on some real life shit. Like, yo, this nigga's passed, duck down. Bro.
But, you know, my head was blown. And I remember I read every book, from The Sweet Science of Sin to you know, Don Magic Juan's book to...
Shout out Don Magic Juan. There's a video of Sugar Free beating Don Magic Juan
Goins' book
at a player's ball.
Because it's really hard to comprehend how a woman would go have sex with a man, take that money and bring it back to another man, and then repeat the cycle over and over again. But that's simple for you. Explain.
You just did.
Okay.
Basically, you know. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm tuning in. This is where I unmuted.
Was that something that you knew you were going to run with? Or was it just like a side hustle that you never thought?
It was something I knew I was doing. Okay. I just knew it. Yeah.
And what was it about pimping that really made you think that way?
The ability to look far and beyond what your normal man may see. Just instantly. Like, you know, that's why they call them squares, you know. Wow. Then, you know, you can look at them and tell them what you're doing and they still won't hear you.
Like Mason.
No one. Like, wow.
Was there like an older pimp that kind of took you under his wing and started showing you the way?
Yeah, my uncle.
Your uncle? Oh, so he was a pimp?
Yeah.
Okay. How big was the stable?
Man,
He said he had a handful of hoes.
you know, he kept a handful of good broads, man. And they all resembled each other. It was a trip.
Sugar Free, one of his songs said, "Fuck a stable in '83, a Stampede came out. Cause I opened a can of alphabet soup and all peas came out."
Really?
Yeah. You know, they would be short like him. And you know, I just remember, you know, my aunties and he doing his hair all the time.
Oh, is it a perm?
Well, no, he just needed grease and water.
Ice-T had a perm.
Okay.
He was a Creole dude.
Okay.
And you know, some of his hair was just straight, you know. But, yeah. And he would just be fun to watch, you know, during the day.
What's up, Louis Pena?
Gas is closing.
And
Get to the new safe zone.
The special part about this is that he couldn't read or write good. You know, he spent a lot of time out of school because he was sick. And he made up for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this your father's
Mother.
brother? Mother's brother.
Yeah.
Okay. So you basically went up to him and said, "Listen,
No.
no." How did it work?
You know, I was the first grandson, so, you know, they would, you know, have a ball, you know, talking to me like I understood them.
And actually, I can show you a side video right now where he talks about this with Snoop Dogg.
And as a kid, you at some point, you wondered, you know, why they talking to me like this? And then you get a little older,
Gas is moving.
and they still do it. And the other little cousins, they really, and you realize that they don't talk to none of them like this. So you feel a little special, I guess.
See, look, this is Sugar Free and Snoop Dogg. This is also when they shot for the song "Don't Be Thinking With Your Dick." That song all came from this. They're just having like a fucking conversation on a green screen. Hey, don't be thinking with your dick, boy.
Some cats started with the truck just so far.
Oh, no, we didn't. You must be talking about the money cat. You said something about us like,
Got to take away.
no, we got it. We know, the real players, we understood it. I mean, that was a temple way. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm, you know, I do this shit today.
Man, please. I mean, the hair game has to be impeccable. You know, you...
I'll go back to the other one. I forgot what part it was.
Okay.
But basically, Snoop Dogg started talking about how their uncles would start telling them shit that they weren't telling other cousins. And Snoop Dogg's like, tells a story about how he fucking, his uncle would make him like peel the fucking, alright, I think it's right here.
Right? He gonna think I'm crazy if I run
Nah.
Recognize.
Oh, right here.
Talk to you in a way. Why tell me that? You'll never talk to them like that.
Right, just
they
me.
older than me. Just
Right.
you.
He would always tell me, he called me Sonny. He'd be like, Sonny, come here. Go in the refrigerator and get me a peach. I get him a peach, cut it up, cut the outside off, and sprinkle some salt on it. He make me eat the outside part, he eat the inside part. And then all my cousins be like, why Pawpaw, you always do this? And one time the nigga shot me, but you can't be special because Pawpaw be letting me cut the pieces. And I said, Pawpaw, you can't let me cut the pieces. He said, fuck that. I got you in here for a reason. It's just game, you know what I'm saying? Like, like
They know who to give it to.
Me right now, when I see a young player, if it's a young rapper, a young entrepreneur, and I gravitate to him, I feel like I'm that old nigga that did that to me when I was young.
So this nigga's always reposting
And
niggas.
that's how these songs
Basically, I want to meet Sugar Free and fucking
Black section
Snoop
clear.
Dogg.
coming
Area
out.
secure.
Now, if the man don't nobody do him, if ain't nobody telling some young cat that,
Listen. Hey, listen up.
You don't even know. Man, don't be thinking about your dick, boy.
Mason, listen
That's
up.
valuable you taking from back home and from your bloodline, passing it down to some young cat, man, whose life you subject to sad.
Yeah, because now he can think with his other head.
Right.
This is what I mean, guys.
With the little head, think with the big head. That's what Uncle Junebug used to tell me.
In a real way, man, my nigga, I'm joking.
Junebug used to say all the time.
Yo, that nigga just got a flash. Oh damn, I just got murked. I just died. I'm ended. Wow. Yo, that nigga got a flashback. That nigga said Junebug. That nigga said, damn, that nigga Junebug. Listen.
Uncle Junebug used to tell me.
In a real way, man, my nigga, I'm joking.
Junebug used to say all the time. He just say,
That nigga turned to the other side and everything.
With your little head and start thinking with your big head.
Right, okay, now remember the day you listened and you tried it.
And some shit started working.
And some shit started working
Yeah, it did.
that you couldn't explain to the next motherfucker.
They didn't get it.
You knew you couldn't talk to him,
No, he don't want it.
right? You can't talk to him.
No.
Right, about it, right?
He gonna think I'm crazy
Right,
if I run
so
down
you
to him.
land there.
Mason, you hear? I mean, Mason?